Welcome to Denver, Colorado football fans. A great look at Empower Field here at Mile High Stadium. Today, we're ready for an entertaining battle. It's the Buffalo Bills and the Denver Broncos. Here's the former Bronco, Matt Prater, out, and he'll get us started in Mile High. Here's R.J. Harvey on the return. He's got a lane up past the 30. And a great run back has the offense just a touch shy of midfield to start this drive. So the Broncos offense getting set for their first drive. And bringing them out. He was a rookie last season when he took the Broncos to the playoffs for the first time in 9 years. Now a sophomore, it's Bo Nix.
Those Denver Broncos have been looking for their next quarterback after Elway and Manning, and it was a dark period until Bo Nix stepped into the fold. He led all rookies in passing yards, touchdowns. It was 29, by the way, and he finished third for Rookie of the Year. The Broncos, they found their quarterback.
He finds his running back, R.J. Harvey. And this is marked down right along that 40-yard line. Pickup of 12 on that play. And it's going to be first down, Denver.
Play like this, that's exactly where you want to get him the ball. Right on the outside, where he's got the space and a lot more room to work.
From the 40-yard line now, this is first and 10. Nix, quick out wide, complete. And he's taken down right along the 30.
10 yards on the pickup. It's second and inches at the 30-yard line.
Offense with an enviable spot to be in, second and inches. First give of the game here to the rookie out of UCF. And he'll get it down to the 24-yard line. 7 yards on that pickup. And that's good for Broncos first down.
That's good for Broncos first down.
That's certainly a spot where you could be more aggressive, Kate, if you want to take your shots. But some coaches, even the bolder ones, will take the safe play first when they get it from time to time. No third down required now.
Nix now on first and 10. And he's not quite that fast. Let him just a bit too much. That's incomplete. Cortland Sutton, the man he was after. So second down coming up.
Kate, I think that's a little taster, a little entree of what's to come for this wide receiver. He's going to have to make some plays into some contested coverages, and he couldn't do it right there.
From the 24 once again, it's second and 10. Nix holds on to it. Decided to keep it, but couldn't escape the pressure there. They catch it behind the line. And that right there, an early look at somebody who might just be the impact player in this ballgame.
Yeah, there's no question this strong safety loves to come downhill. Now, as an offense, you've got to adjust. You've got to throw over the top if he's willing to be that aggressive.
This drive is in trouble. Got to figure out third and 12. To the air on third and long. Completed over the middle. And he gets it in. Touchdown, Denver. The Broncos take a 6-0 lead on their opening drive. So a touchdown on the board for Broncos. They start this game off a perfect 1-for-1 offensively.
Yeah, I'm going to call that scripting for success right there. Can't do it much better than that. And listen, when you script these first plays, you don't always know who the targets are going to be. It's really then relying upon what the defense is trying to take away. They couldn't take away that big old tight end.
Will Lutz now on for the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the Broncos will jump out to a 7-0 lead. slot, set to kick this away. On the return, here's Ray Davis. And he's brought down just beyond that 25-yard line. So here come the Bills for their opening drive. They're led out by the reigning NFL MVPs. Finished top 5 in voting 4 of the last 5 seasons, Josh Allen.
He won the MVP award. We all knew he'd capture at some point of his career. And to me, Katie really did so because he further elevated everybody around him. That's what MVPs do. It's exactly what Josh did a season ago.
All right, Bills to the line now. 1st and 10. First tone of the game for James Cook. And they're going to have this up at the 44-yard line as they haul him down. A pickup of 17. And the Bills have a first down.
Well, more often than not, it's the passing game that's asked to go from first down in just one play. But when you get that big play potential on the ground, geez, it just infuses your offense with confidence.
1st and 10. Here's Allen. He's got this complete to James Cook. And he's short of the first after a mild gain. I'm not going to call this a must-score drive here in this first quarter, Brock, but when your opponents start the game with 6, it feels like you need some sort of answer.
You need a response, right? You need a response. You don't need all these home runs or big highlights. You just need to keep matriculating that ball down the field.
It's a design boot. Pulled in by his back. Cook. And he'll have it down to the 44-yard line. They get 6 and a first down as well.
You know, it sure seems like he knew exactly where he was going with that before the snap. That's a pre-snap decision that led to a post-snap first down.
Markers are reset. Here we go. Ball at the 44. So before they can get set and snap it, the clock runs out on quarter 1. It's the Broncos out in front. We'll get you back to Mile High after this. Bills in possession of the football. They're looking at yet another 1st and 10 on this drive. Here's Allen. Here's a screen for Cook. And he's marked down, looks like at the 32-yard line. It's a gain of 12 on that one. And that's good for a Buffalo first.
At that down and distance, this group was pretty confident the screen would get him enough yards for the first, and it did. And so long as it keeps working like that, I bet you it'll be a go-to play for them when they need it the next time.
Shotgun handoff now to Cook. And he'll knife his way through for a pickup of 4.
He'll expect more from himself on those type of plays, but there is nobody that's going to complain about that one. If you can do math, 4 plus 4 plus 4 equals a first down.
4 yards on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 6. Another one for Cook. And they're on him after about a 2-yard gain. Alex Singleton makes the tackle.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
7th play of the drive, offense facing 3rd and 3. From the shotgun, it's Allen. He has the first over the middle, and he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
It's not just imperative that a quarterback knows man or zone. Same thing for a receiver, especially on a drag route. When he sees zone coverage like that, just settle down, find the soft spot, and give your quarterback a chance.
All set now, 1st and 10. Hand off to Cook here, out of the zone read. It's inside the 10. And it's another first down on this drive. Man, this time they're into 1st and goal.
19 yards. And the Bills, first down. 1st and goal, Buffalo.
I call that a table setter right there. Table setter for yourself as a team in that huddle, gaining confidence on the ground, and you know that's going to set the table for some great play action pass to come.
And not much scoring to this point as we've reached our 2-minute warning. More from Mile High in just a moment. Right on the doorstep now. Here's 1st and goal. Johnson is in for the Buffalo touchdown. The Bills earn the chance to tie before halftime. All right, so we're already into the second quarter, Brock, but that was just their opening drive of this football game. Fortunately, they did get a touchdown out of it.
Yep, and if opportunities with the ball are going to be as infrequent as they've been to start this game, you got to make each and one of those chances count. In that area, they are a perfect 1-for-1.
Matt Prater for the point after try. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Bills start off well to tie things 7-7. After tying this game up, they're all set to send her away. Harvey now to return it. And a good effort here as he gets it out past the 35-yard line. So the Broncos headed out for their second drive of the game. And after the impressive drive we just witnessed, you gotta imagine that they are hoping to respond with something similar.
Yeah, and I don't love to use the word can't, right? But this can't be a 3-and-out for this offense right here. They got to give their defense a chance to catch their breath and turn some of the momentum in the building.
Good starting field position for the Broncos as they get ready for 1st and 10. Out of the gun, it's Nix. Gets it downfield, on target to Sutton. This is going to be down to, looks like about the opposing 36 for their next snap. He'll move the sticks after ripping off a gain of 28.
1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
Double coverage, deal breaker for a lot of QBs, Brock, but less so when it's a target you trust.
You know, it's interesting, Kate, even 20-something years ago, watching Marvin Harrison and Peyton Manning work, every defense would go into every game trying to double cover him, but yet those two, well, like we just saw right there, just got it done regardless.
Lowe finds his back, Harvey. And this is down to the 28 before the defense halts it.
Hey, you like these results on first. That completion right there, right in the window where all options are now available to you on second down. That playbook wide open.
Offense is set. This is 2nd and 2. On the draw, they give to Harvey. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage. We have a timeout called by the Broncos. That's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime.
Well, looky here. You don't even have to worry now about a 3rd down call as that run moves the sticks. Now that call you had ready, though, you can recycle it. Save it for later for that next 3rd down coming.
And keep this drive moving, partner. Here's another 1st and 10. Nix looking to throw. And set up the screen here. It's Harvey. That screen sniffed out quickly, shut down behind the line. Denver calls the second of its 3 timeouts. And they still have 1 in their pocket for what's left of this half. They break the huddle. It's 2nd down now. Shotgun snap to Nix. Drops it down, Harvey. And he's going to be stopped at the 17-yard line.
I call this quarterback's best friend. Some call it a safety valve, some call it automatic, but it's sure nice as a quarterback when you got a trusty running back over the middle of the field that you could depend on.
3rd and 4 coming up now. Nix from the gun. Making the call himself. And he is well clear of that marker. That effort's going to set them up with a 1st and goal. Now the Broncos take their 3rd and final timeout. And that's all they've got for what little remains of this half.
1st and goal at the 9-yard line.
They'll break the huddle and come up on 1st and goal. Nix now to throw. And this time they're going to get to him before he can get that pass away as he goes down. And it's step one towards a goal line stand. Still going to need a couple more, though. Second and goal coming up.
13-yard line.
Talking down on this side like he had to go. If you don't agree, ask the stretch on your big 5 air. You already know. Already know how it go. Already know how it go.
So we're all knotted up here at the half, Bronc, as we send this over to our buddy Scott Hansen, who's got our half ties. We welcome you back for the third quarter. Who knows when the deciding moment will come? We're underway in the second half of a deadlocked game. Ty Johnson now to return. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. The Bills and James Cook making their way back out on offense now. And they could take control of the second half early, Brock, if they break the tie on this opening drive. Buffalo offense to the line. Here's 1st and 10. Drive starts with an option, right side. And they're going to bring him down just a moment before he's able to break it across midfield. It's a gain of 21 yards to pick up that first down.
First down. A gain of 21 yards.
And just in case this offense didn't have enough to contend with, now you got to worry about a quarterback that could do what he just did. Tote the ball himself for a big run.
Great start to this drive. They're up in the neighborhood of midfield after just one play. Now the shotgun give to Cook. And he'll come up with a gain of 3 on the run up the middle.
You know, okay, these are some of the little hidden plays in a game. Right? Doesn't look like a whole lot on the stat sheet, but A, it gets you good yardage. B, it sets up your play action. And C, most importantly, keeps that defense guessing.
They'll come up after that 4-yard gain. It's 2nd and 6. Again, it's Cook. And this goes across midfield and into Broncos territory. It's a pickup of 3. They're going to need 3 more now on 3rd down.
It's a gain of 3. Brings up 3rd and 3.
Operating from the gun, it's Allen. Complete beyond the marker. And they get this down roughly to the 34-yard line. They'll move the chains after that pickup of 12.
Hey, Kate, they don't rightly care who it's going to go to in that situation. All they really care about are the results on 3rd down. And that's exactly the result they needed. Enough to keep this drive moving.
Throwing now on 1st down, Allen. This is reeled in by Joshua Palmer. And he's brought down. They're going to mark him at the 14. Big gainer here as he picks up 20. And the Bills have a 1st down.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
So a new set of downs. Here we go, 1st and 10. From the red zone now. He brings it in. And he's tackled after gaining a handful.
Translatable skills, that's what you call it. So effective as a runner, but those same traits that make him a great runner, adept at getting those yards, well, he translates now as a receiver in the open field.
Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5. To the air again, Allen. That one's incomplete in the end zone. That throw doesn't lead to 6. And it'll be 3rd and 5 coming up. A close game is going to stay close, Brock, so long as plays like that are being made in big situations.
Yeah, in these tight games, you got to have your defense making plays just like that in the red zone. Here we got a defender in particular coming through with a big hit to keep points off the board.
And he let his man too much there, Brock. Incomplete, 4th down coming up.
You know what that route is called, right, Kate? OTB. Over the ball. And those are the ones you've got to hit. You've got to be able to play offense from the inside out. Got to find a completion right there.
So on 4th down, out comes the Bills' field goal unit and Matt Prater. This only a chip shot from the right hash. Prater puts it through. And that's going to break our tie and give him a 3-point advantage.
Well, that didn't take too long. 1 series in, and he's given them the second half lead.
Now Prater on to send it away. Harvey now to return it. He's brought down at what looks like the 24-yard line. Denver set to take the field on offense. And their defense sure has kept this game close. Now it's time for them to come through, get some points for their team in this low-scoring affair. All right, Denver getting everybody set, so they've got 1st and 10. They fake the handoff. Now Nix finds him over the middle. And they will finally catch up to him just a second before he could reach that 40. A nice gain of 13 yards as it brings up a 1st down.
They like to say it's about the Jimmies and the Joes. I think that's about the X's and the O's. That's a well-drawn-up completion that nets them a 1st down.
We've set it down from 37. It's Harvey straight ahead. And without much room to work, he has a minimal gain on the final play of the 3rd quarter. So we hit the end of the 3rd quarter. Need a better result than that last run. It's 2nd and 8. Play action with Nix. Dumps it off to his running back. Great coverage all the way to the sideline. They're on him to end that quick pass before he can get vertical.
He specializes in salvaging broken plays out of the backfield, but even he couldn't get anything out of that one, Kate. That defense, they were all over it.
So a tough spot now. This is 3rd and 9. They'll throw, 3rd and long. Left side, out caught by Sutton. And he's out of bounds before he could challenge for that marker. It's 4th down.
Awareness. You've got to be aware. Play caller, quarterback, receiver have to be aware of where the sticks are. That route just not enough, not deep enough to extend the drive and move the chains.
On 4th down, Broncos going to call on Jeremy Crawshaw here to punt. And the coverage team is there as he fields it, so almost nothing on that return before he stopped. Buffalo sending its offense to the field. And it has been all about these defenses so far, Brock. Even into the 2nd half, we're still waiting for one of these offenses to take charge.
Yeah, what you're feeling, these defenses are making every yard tough, every 1st down tough, every series tough. And offensively, yeah, it's time to toughen up and maybe more importantly, sharpen up.
On 1st down, Allen. Caught, nice game left side. And the stop is made just before he's able to reach that midfield strike. He'll move the sticks after ripping off a gain of 28.
1st down. 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
One play in, and they are already close to midfield. Cook trying this one up the gut. Escapes the defender. And he's going to have this one down to the 37. That play gains 15, and it moves the sticks.
Let's see, first it was a pass, now it's a great gain on the ground. They've got this defense on their heels.
We've set it downs from 37. Tight end going in motion here. They're just going to let the clock run out and take this delay.
Delay of game, offense.
Everyone was set and at the line. The quarterback just didn't snap it before the play clock hit 0.
Still first down.
They'll have to come up with 5 extra yards now after that first down flat. They send him left out of the slot. Looking from the gun, it's Allen. Short pass brought in. And he makes up for the penalty nicely and then some. Gain of 8, it's going to be 2nd and 7. We have a timeout called by the Broncos. That's their first. They still have 2 to work with in this final quarter. Second down now, 7 to go. It's a designated keeper for Allen. And he's taken out of bounds as he gets it down near the red zone. It's a gain of 11 there, and that picks up the first.
When they draw up these plays for the quarterback, these are the type of results they're expecting, Kate. Something that could tear a hole in the defense, move the chains, and just as importantly, and maybe most importantly, put a seed of doubt and thought into that defensive mind that the QB can run at any time.
First down throw for Allen. Has him on the quick hitter. And into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Buffalo. The Bills make it a 9-point advantage.
Touchdown, Bills.
So he finds his man in space, and then the wideout takes advantage. Nice finish there to take it in for 6.
Yeah, no question about it. We know points are always a premium in this league, and this really becomes a 3 to 4 point play. Right, when you don't have to settle for field goals, you could throw it underneath and your receivers do that much damage in the open field and score a touchdown. That's big time.
Prater on for the PAT.
For the point after.
He hits it true, despite some issues with that snap. And the Bills make it a 10-point ball game.
Broncos 7.
It's not enough. You solid, but it's not enough. You that really still, but it's not enough. So I'm bigger than myself, but it's not enough. I get on that. Yeah, somebody gotta do it. I mean, yeah, somebody gotta do it. I take the G. Watch him do it. We survived outside, all from the music. It ain't what he owns.
Now Prater on to send it away. On the return, here's Mims. And a decent run back is going to end as they bring him down inside the 30. So here comes the Bronco offense. This could be the decisive drive. Down 2 scores late. They've got to find some points to get it back within 1. Offense into the shotgun set as they line this up. 1st and 10. Now Nix. It is caught left side. And he'll take it up to the 30 before being brought down.
Kate, I don't know why every once in a while I get these little flashbacks, but a little play like that just flashes me back to the preseason, my first preseason. And one of the veteran QBs said, hey, Brock, whatever you do, just find completions. You will never go broke taking a profit. Go get a completion. They're at a premium in this league.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Throwing here, Nix. That'll be caught by Troy Franklin. And he's halted after about a 6-yard pickup. Stop made at the 36.
Makes it 3rd and 2.
Short yardage situation here. It's 3rd and 2. Now to throw. He's going to run for it. Free inside the 30. And he has it into the red zone as he reaches that 20-yard line.
As long as these are the results he's getting, they're going to be just fine with him calling his own number. He does such a good job of seeing the field and knowing when it's his time to take it himself.
Need to work as quick as you can here, Brock. 2 timeouts left, down 2 scores. It's first down. From the red zone on first. The shot to the end zone is incomplete. Thought he had a touchdown there. And that'll bring up second down. Didn't see a whole lot of room to fit that pass in, Brock. Throwing into double coverage. How's Coach going to feel about that one?
Yeah, that's a no-no. Yeah, I experienced that as a player and now as a coach. Please don't do that again.
Second down. Here's Nix again. And he sails that one over the end zone. Took his shot at 6 that time. So they're left facing 3rd and long.
As I watch practices today, Kate, both college and professionally, one thing is abundantly clear. Teams spend so much more time in the red zone. They know it's the money zone. And defensively, if you can force incompletions and knock it away and lead teams for field goals, you got a great chance to win.
That's into the hands of Franklin. And he's close, but they say he did not get there. It's going to be 4th and maybe a yard.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much in training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, when you can make a play in the open field, keep them short like that, I promise you some money will follow.
And he hits the end zone. Touchdown! I hope nobody left early, Brock, because we have still got a game.
Okay, you got to be aware defensively by this point that this guy is going to run if he sees daylight back with his legs.
And now for the point after, and crucially to bring things within a field goal. And he connects there, so now another kick from him. A field goal will tie this game in the 4th.
17. Broncos 14.
They'll try to get this back now, but only 25 seconds left to work with. And the Bills are going to recover the football, and that should lock up this win.
No question they wanted the ball back late, but you don't see many of these recovered by the kicking team in the NFL. You see even fewer recovered when they're actually expecting it, like they certainly were right there.
The Bills and James Cook making their way back out on offense now. They're headed out now defending not a 2-score lead, just a field goal advantage here. So wondering, Brock, is that going to affect how they approach a chance at closing this one out?
No, I don't think there's any question about it. Yeah, I think if it's a 2-score game, it's run, 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 take every second off and punt that ball. Not now. Now you've got to get to the plays that you trust and believe in the most.
Into the victory formation they go, Brock, here on first down. Here's a designed run for Allen. Denver calls the second of its 3 timeouts. And they'll have just 1 left to burn now. Back into that favorite formation they go, Brock, forcing those guys to burn a timeout. Now a design run. It's Allen. Now the Broncos take their 3rd and final timeout. That's all they had, so the offense free to start running the clock down now. Out for one final kneel down, partner, and this should do it. It's a designated keeper for Allen. So the Bills fight their way to a win on the road. And finally, Brock, they can exhale and take a few breaths. Because I don't imagine any of them were breathing easy during that one with how close this game was.
Them or us? We're both.
All of us.
Yeah,
all of the above.
It is so hard, Kate, to match the adrenaline surge they feel right now and that they felt at every major turn throughout the second half. There's just something about a close game, the intensity that's there in every moment that you love to experience as a player, and that you hope in all these moments you can execute so you're the one celebrating and riding that wave of emotion.
EA Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the National Football League.
Just about set for football now here at Lumen Field in Seattle. Tonight, a couple of rivals doing battle in the NFC West. It's the San Francisco 49ers and the Seattle Seahawks.
2026 Seattle Seahawks.
Let's get this going. Mike Tirico along with Greg Oates and Eddie Pinheiro to get it started. Off we go on Sunday Night Football. And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. Seahawks come out and they are led by a new quarterback, Sam Darnold. From USC, he's bounced around for his first 7 seasons. This is 5th different franchise as he starts year 8 in the NFL. And Greg, it's year 1 with the Seahawks.
I don't know about you, Mike, but my biggest takeaway from our meeting with him was just how important it is that they get off to a fast start. He made it very clear. They wanted to put their opponent on their heels right from the jump. So I think early in this game, they're going to come out swinging right from the opening whistle.
He'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3.
A bit of a quick hitter here, and what you're hoping for, Mike, is that the defense can't react quickly enough because the ball's coming out so hot. But they knew it was coming, and they end up holding them to just a short gain.
From the 31, here's 2nd and 7. Working out of the gun, it's Darnold. That's caught. It's Kenneth Walker. Well, he's brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up 3rd down. From the shotgun, here's Darnold. Taking off, he'll try to get there. Give him 11 on the scramble. And give them a new set of downs.
That's good for a Seahawks first down.
Great job here by the quarterback on 3rd and short, knowing that if nothing's there downfield, he can pick this up with his legs. And not only is he able to pick up the first down, he gets a whole lot more than that.
First carry now for Kenneth Walker. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. At best, might have even lost a yard there.
How often do we see linebackers be so fast trying to track down the ball carrier that they end up actually overrunning the play and allowing the running back to cut back? But not this guy. Does a great job staying in phase, stretching this ball out sideways, and he brings him down for a loss.
The reception for Rashid Shaheed. He's going to be out of bounds inside the 40-yard line.
17 yards.
A gain of 17 yards. First down, Seattle.
First and 10 at the 30.
And if he's late with that throw, Mike, there's a really good chance a defender could have made a play on it. But he does a beautiful job. He puts the ball out in front of his shoulder, leads the receiver, and allows him to get upfield and pick up the first down.
He'll try to get back to the line, but it's not happening. Going to lose a yard.
Luke Gifford on the stop. It's a loss of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 40-yard line.
Lost one on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. Operating from the gun, it's Darnold. He'll get this complete to Cooper Kupp. And they'll move this ball way down into the red zone, inside the 20-yard line. Plenty of room after that catch. Big gainer of 23.
17-yard line.
It's like a textbook, methodical, efficient NFL drive. 4 for 4 throwing the ball, mixing in some run. You're just marching the ball downfield at your will, and they get a fresh set of downs now to see if they can convert this nice drive into some points.
Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down.
The drag route is such a good way to get the ball early into the hands of your tight end and take some pressure off the quarterback and give him an easy completion. The size and the athleticism allows them to try to pick up more yards, but do it after the catch.
In a moment. So, Seahawks football beginning this second quarter. They have it, 2nd and 4 coming up. And he'll get nothing here. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that's all.
Depending on the situation or the down and distance, Mike, the linebackers have different reads. Sometimes they read the offensive lineman, sometimes they read the running back. In this case, his read brings him right to the play. He's able to make a big stop and keep the game to nothing.
Smith in Jigba, the man in motion. That's hauled in at the 2. And the Seahawks are going to have 1st and goal, try to finish off this drive with a touchdown. A pickup of 10, and it's going to set up 1st and goal.
I love the way the ball's been moving around to different guys this drive, Mike. I mean, it really keeps the defense guessing and off balance. And now, this defense is going to have to figure out how to keep this.
And he barrels his way into the end zone. Kenneth Walker, touchdown Seattle. A lot of big bodies down there, but at the end of the day, the one that matters, the one with the ball, finds the end zone for the touchdown.
Yeah, once that back gets the ball, Mike, he's just looking for a little crack of daylight, and he's thinking, I'm going to run into it and just hope I come out the other side. And in this case, the other side's the end zone, and they get 6.
Jason Myers on to attempt the extra point. He's got it. And the Seahawks will take a 7-0 lead.
7, 49ers nothing. Jason Myers.
After the TD, Myers comes on now to kick it away. Here's Sky Moore now to return it. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line.
The Niners take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
For an opener, Purdy to throw. That's taken in by Jennings. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at
From the 32-yard line now, here's 2nd down and 3. One of the tight ends motions right. Here's Christian McCaffrey to get things started. And he'll get the first down there, a pickup of about 5 yards.
It just seems like every time this guy touches the ball, he makes something happen, and not all of his runs are always going to be positive. He's kind of one of those guys that's going to get a 0, a 1, a 2, but it's the home run threat. It's the big plays that really tip the scales in your favor, and when you can generate those big explosive plays on the ground, man, it makes such a big difference for the offense.
Call it a gain of 13. 2 minutes remaining. First half in a 7-0 game. We're back to Seattle after this. Throwing on first down is Purdy. In trouble, and down he goes. DeMarcus Lawrence in there for the sack, worked his way through. It's a loss of 5.
And now we're seeing the game kind of go back and forth. Each team trading blows, trying to establish control over the other. Nice chunk play on the previous play. The defense responds back with a sack. And we're going to see which team can establish a little bit more of this control as the game unfolds.
And they'll get this one down to the 35-yard line. First time he's caught a ball here tonight, and it is good for a first down.
And now you can see they're really getting in rhythm in this 2-minute drive. Now, after that last completion, Mike, they cross midfield. Now the mindset goes to, all right, we got to come away with some points. They've got a quarterback who's in complete control, and they got to see if they can finish this thing off. The big guys in the middle of the defense, Mike, the defensive tackles. So often they're asked to do the dirty work. Keep the blockers off the linebackers. Let them run around and make all the plays. But in this case, this guy's able to shed his blocker, make the stop, and keep it to no gain.
Throwing on second down is Purdy. Open man there, it is Bourne. And he's going to be out of bounds down inside the 25-yard line. That's the second time they connect on this drive. This one good for 13 yards.
Big-time completion here as they try to get some points before the half. And remember, they're getting the ball back after the break, so they get a chance to double up possessions here if they're able to put a scoring drive together in the closing stages of this half.
And they'll have first and goal. He is down inside the 10-yard line.
That's another 49er first down. First and goal at the 9-yard line.
From the shotgun, it's Purdy. And they'll get this down to the 3, but no further. It'll be second and goal. Timeout 49ers. That is their second. As the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in this second quarter. Ball at the 3, second down and goal. From the gun, it's Purdy. And that is caught in the end zone. He's in. Jawan Jennings. Touchdown, 49ers.
And what a response by this offense. It's not easy taking the field, Mike, for the first time in the game, and you find yourself already down to score. They watch their opponent kind of march down the field and score on the opening possession, and they're able now to go out and square it on up. Allows you to take a deep breath, maybe get a little confidence for your defense to go out and get a stop, and they come over with this extra point. We got ourselves a tie ball game.
On now, Eddie Pinheiro for the extra point. The kick is good. And the 49ers come right back to tie it at 7. team one possession, each team a score. 7-7 as they kick it off. From the 6, here comes a return. And this will work out quite well. He'll get it all the way out to the 30-yard line. The Seahawks offense going to get it one final time in this first half. They'll work in a tie game here in the second quarter and get started with 1st and 10. Darnold to throw. Connects with Cup on the slant. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45. Now Seattle's going to use the first of their timeouts as it comes to 22 seconds remaining till halftime.
46-yard line.
Throwing on 1st and 10 is Darnold. Timeout Seahawks. That is their second. And they stop it with 19 seconds to go in this opening half.
Receiver just finds himself in a really nice groove, and there's these weird times in the game, Mike, where it just seems like every ball comes your way, every play they call, you're wide open, and you just find yourself in one of those grooves that athletes talk about. So they got to continue to ride the hot hand, because right now on that field, there's no mistaking who it is.
To throw is Darnold. He'll step up and run this. Now Seattle will use the final timeout, and it'll come with 15 seconds to play in this first half.
Well, give him some credit. Initially, that looked like it was going to be a sack. He's able to escape the pressure and get away, picks up a little bit of yardage, but at least he avoids taking that shot.
They'll look to pick this up 3rd and a yard. Now Darnold. And it looks like he's going to have a first down. Nothing fancy there. Short completion, but it yields a fresh set of downs. So, halftime here out west. Let's welcome back everyone for quarter number 3. A touchdown apiece, 7-7 the score as we begin half number 2. This taken at the 5. Oh, he's got room past the 30. What a great return, all the way down to the 40-yard line.
So these two teams have pretty much played themselves even through this first half. So the conversation at halftime is, we need that spark. We need that one play. And I'll tell you, Mike, that might be the play right there. I mean, great vision, great speed, just an excellent return to start this third quarter.
The 49ers offense ready to get going again. They'll have it first in this third quarter. They'll have a short field ahead as they look to break our tie. It is 1st and 10. The middle, here's McCaffrey. And that one going to be closed down in the backfield. Great defensive play. Knifing in and dropping him for a loss.
When you come across on a jet sweep, Mike, you're hoping once you get the ball, all you see is green grass and open space. Well, in this case, he had a lot of unhappy defenders waiting for him, and they're able to put him down behind the line.
Kittle is the man in motion. On 2nd down, Purdy. That's caught. Christian McCaffrey. And a good job rallying to the football. Holding just a gain of a yard and sets up 3rd down.
Defensive coordinators preach all the time, play pass defense with vision. It's exactly the case here. They're able to rally to the ball, keep that to a short gain.
3rd and long. Throwing from the gun is Purdy. The open man is Jennings. He's going to be brought down very close to that line to gain. They're going to mark him just a bit short. And now it's 4th down.
Well, it goes without saying. You want to play wide receiver in the NFL, Mike. How well can you change directions? How fast can you get your body from one direction to another? And when you can cut like this guy, I'm not sure how you guard him.
Piñeiro's kick is good. And the Niners will break our tie and take a 10-7 lead.
Job number 1 on this drive, find a way to get the lead. They, of course, would have loved to score a touchdown, Mike. But 3 points here, that's a pretty good consolation prize as it moves him out in front.
So Piñeiro had the field goal a moment ago. Now he's back out to kick it away. Now return coming from the 7. Yeah. And he is stopped at 25. The drive will begin there. The Seahawks offense ready for their first possession of this second half. This one has been tight so far. A field goal separating the two sides as this drive kicks off with 1st and 10. Off the bootleg, here's Darnold. And he'll just get rid of this. Smart play to throw it away, and that'll set up 2nd down.
Nice example there, Mike, of the quarterback just being smart with the ball, understanding it didn't quite develop the way he had intended. Throw that ball out of harm's way, live to play another down.
They'll try again here, 2nd and 10. In motion is Barner. Here's Walker. That one never got started. Defensive pressure too much, and they drop him in the backfield.
Great job by that linebacker timing his blitz. He didn't give any indication to the offense that he was coming, and he's able to get through that hole and take the ball carrier down for a loss.
A tough spot here. 3rd and long. Shaheed in motion. On 3rd and long, here's Darnold. His pass taken in by Shaheed. And he'll be stopped short of a 1st down, and that will necessitate a call for the punt team. It's 4th down.
Even though they gave up that last completion, Mike, that's a really good drive there for this defense. I mean, from the beginning, on those early downs, keeping them from staying ahead of the chains, put them in a tough 3rd down situation, and now it brings up 4th down, and looks like they're going to get off the field.
Fair catch called and taken right at the 30-yard line.
At their own 30-yard
The 49ers offense headed back to take over once more. With a solid start so far. Touchdown and a field goal on their first 2 possessions. They'll run with McCaffrey to start this drive. Room up the sideline at the 45. And he's going to be taken down on the other side of the 50-yard line. That's good for 27 and a 1st down.
First down. Gain 27 on the play. 1st down, 49ers.
My actions been louder than my words. I ain't so still slow down the earth. Wanna do it, we can do it on the turf.
Well, that's how you get a drive started. A big play here in the run game, and you have to imagine this is something we're going to continue to see. Success early in the drive typically results in success later in the drive.
Not much there. Maybe a yard.
On the tackle. 2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8 at the 42-yard line.
From the 42-yard line, here's 2nd and 8. So points at a premium. Second down and 8. On to the fourth quarter we go, and it begins with a McCaffrey run. And he's going to take this all the way down to the Seahawks' 17-yard line.
It's a gain of 20.
A pickup there of 25 yards. First down, 49ers.
And this is the point of the game, Mike, where you really can start leaning on your run game and try to close this game out. You've got the lead, you're in the fourth quarter, and they're able to pop off a big run.
A zone read here, and he's going to keep this himself. And he'll get about 3 on that one. It'll be second down.
They went to the design quarterback run, and there just wasn't a lot of space for the quarterback to operate. You can see him kind of waiting for some of the blocks to develop. Never transpired. Didn't get a whole lot going. Short game.
One of the tight ends in motion right. Play fake to McCaffrey. Now, Purdy. Throw right side. He's got Contis. And he's going to be marked out of bounds down at the 3. First time they've looked his way all game long. But he comes through with the grab and a first down.
Big-time completion right there, and this isn't just a spot where they're trying to run the game out here in the fourth quarter. They were not only trying to pick up points, but they're trying to get in the end zone and extend this lead. So, really nice job here late. Let's see if they can put this one out of reach. In order to be successful as a run-heavy offense, Mike, it's so important that you remain really efficient on first and second down. The last thing you want is to be in third and pass, and it really throws off what you feel like your strengths are. So now you get down here in the red zone, it's got to be touchdowns. These long sustained drives on the ground, you kick a field goal, that's a win for the defense.
Now Seattle going to use the first of their timeouts. Talk things over before third down. Kittle is the man in motion. Third and goal. It's Purdy. Timeout Seahawks. That is their second. As they'll discuss what's to come as fourth down is looming. So, here's Eddie Pinheiro in a big spot. This to stretch the lead to more than a field goal. And this one, right down the middle. It's good. So it is still a one-score game, but a little more breathing room now.
Yeah, he does a nice job handling that kick there, but I think offensively, you come back to the sideline and you're thinking, we have to find a way to finish these drives. I mean, to be in first and goal and settle for 3, that can be very deflating for an offense settling for too many field goals.
So Pinheiro had the field goal a moment ago. Now he's back out to kick it away. He fields it at the 8. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. Out comes the Seattle offense as they get ready for their next possession. They'll start out first down and 10.
Damn, I miss you, Chester. Sending love from my face compressor. Ground control with a soul like Bowie, and I'll chop you up if I'm under pressure. I don't really want to brag. I'm just telling that I'm leaving with a bag.
Darnold now to throw. And he's not going to get too far. Tackled after a gain of just a yard.
So they have these rules for the receivers, Mike. They call them green grass rules. And the idea is if you're running across the field and you're looking at the quarterback, you're going to stay on the run. If you're not looking at the quarterback, that tells him, I'm going to sit in this soft zone. I'm going to what they call punch and pivot and stop. And that tells the quarterback to put the ball on your chest. That nonverbal communication between the receiver and the quarterback recognizing when you're open, stay open, that's the stuff that makes a lot of these offenses so difficult to defend.
They'll drop to throw. He's going to have the first down and then some. A gain there of 17.
A gain of 17 yards. And the Seahawks, first down. First and 10 at the 40.
All right, this is a good start. Plays like these are definitely going to help as you work your way into scoring range. While you have to be wary of the clock and keep an eye on it, they should have plenty of time here to finish this drive.
Shaheed with the catch.
Outbreaking routes, Mike, especially outside of the numbers, everything is about the timing. If you're late with the throw, you're going to be watching that defensive back take that thing the other way for 6.
They come up for 2nd and 2. To throw again is Darnold. That's going to be incomplete. Coverage very good there. Contact jarring the ball loose. And it's going to force 3rd down.
Great job there defensively, separating the man from the ball. And this is the moments of the game where you need your best players to step up. And this guy's showing what he's capable of doing in the game's critical moment.
In motion is Barner. On 3rd and 2, it's Darnold. It's complete. He's got Cup. His 2nd grab on this drive, good for 11 yards, but most importantly, a first down.
And now, after that catch, they've got a chance here late, Mike. They've got enough time to try to move this thing down. I think they can win the game on this possession.
Darnold to the air once more. That one swung out wide to Walker. And he'll be out of bounds as the first down completion nets about 3.
26-yard line. A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
Here comes 2nd down. Darnold to throw again. The throw here is complete. And that's a first down. It will be a gain of 8. Now Seattle will use the final timeout, and the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go.
10 at the 18-yard line.
Pressure time, no timeouts to stop the clock as they get set here for a big first down. Here's Darnold again. And that ball led him too far, maybe too wide. Out of bounds, incomplete.
This is one of those situations that plays directly into the hands of the defense because think, Mike, they know this offense has to be one-dimensional. This has to be a pass. So what do? They bring in extra defensive backs. They clog up the back end. And at the end of the day, there's just nowhere for the offense to go with the ball.
On 2nd down, it's Darnold. A very quick throw there, but not on the same page with his target. That's incomplete.
So this is where it gets really challenging as an offense. You find yourself trailing late in the game. The defense can play you one-dimensional. They know it's a pass-first situation, so extra defensive backs, the zones and the coverage are a little bit tighter and cloudier, and he's having a hard time finding any open windows downfield.
And this is going to be a touchdown. A game-tying TD here in the final minute.
Just a tremendous finish to what's been a tremendous game, Mike. I mean, not only did they get that late touchdown here in the final stages, but here with time winding down, they're an extra point away from taking the lead and likely coming away with a big victory.
So, not home yet. Still a critical extra point here to break the tie. A critical extra point is up and good. They have taken a 1-point lead here in the late stages of this one. So the kickoff team out there one final time in the final minute as they kick it away. And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback.
35-yard line.
Here's 1st and 10. Shotgun snap to Purdy. He'll get this out wide to McCaffrey. And he'll get about 3 as he's forced out of bounds.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
Here's 2nd down. From the shotgun, it's Purdy. That is incomplete, so the task gets more difficult. Time for maybe 2 plays. That's it. The 12's making noise in Seattle before 3rd down. Now Purdy. Airing one out for Bourne. And that's going to be incomplete. The defense holds here in the final minute, and they're going to get out of here with a victory. So it's a win here for the Seahawks. It was a closely fought affair, but they're able to survive, and they eke out the 1-point victory. And that'll do it for my partner, Greg Olson. For our entire team, I'm Mike Tirico. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League takes us to Foxborough, Massachusetts, where the keeper of the light sounds the fog bell to signal that it is indeed time for football inside Gillette Stadium. Coming up, we got a good matchup on tap here, as it'll be the Houston Texans taking on the New England Patriots.
Please welcome your 2026 New England Patriots.
The ball on the tee, we're set for football. And we are underway in Foxborough. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. So out come the Texans for their opening drive. And they will be led out by their 6'3" quarterback.
I tell you what, when he is on schedule for that week, secondaries take notice because you've got to stay alert back there on every snap. A truly powerful arm, one is capable of challenging any level of the defense on any given play. That's why so many scouts preach arm time when preparing for the NFL draft. A quarterback with arm strength to make every throw in the book, he's an asset to have in any offense.
Now a 2nd and 10. Stroud going to give to Marks. And he'll scratch out a yard up to the 30, and that's all.
Sometimes your philosophies get challenged at times you don't want them to. They did try to stick to the running game on the first 2 plays. Didn't amount to much.
And now facing a 3rd and long at the outset of this drive. An early tough test on the opening drive. This is 3rd and 8. Now Stroud. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. That gain on 3rd down, good for 28.
28-yard gain. 1st down, Houston.
That's a play that may get lost in the grand scheme of things, but one thing's for sure. You certainly don't want to go 3 and out to start the game. So that's a nice job of finding the right play call and coming up with a first down.
Open man is Higgins. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
And I think this is a route we'll see more of as this game goes on, because with his speed, they want to get him the ball in space on drag routes just like this. They want him to get the ball and run after the catch. Good job there, though, holding him for a short gain.
They run straight ahead with Marks. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
How best to describe that one? I'd say right down Broadway on that run.
A straight ahead running. I think that might be something we see a lot of between the tackles today.
Well, he's enjoying things so far here this afternoon. Sees a crease and bursts through it for a solid gain.
On first down, back to Marks. And a nice job to break free of one tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
That felt like a trap, because it looked to me like the opposing front was on that play from the get-go. They had everyone crashing the ball carrier before he even made the line, and they hold him to just a yard.
Throwing now is Stroud. Quick slant caught by Kirk. So the completion good for just 3. And it brings up 3rd and 5 now.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
And they're going to get him. He's sacked back around the 28. Milton Williams coming in to drop it for a loss of 8, and it also brings up 4th. No score after 1 on EA's 4th down coming up.
Kaimi Fairbairn on for the field goal. A 45-yard attempt.
The kick by Fairbairn is good. And it's now 3-0 Texans. Of course, you want to find the end zone, but, you go on the road, you get 3 points. I think you take it.
Yeah, pretty good start to the day for him, don't you think? Right? You go out there, get the 3 points. Now, look, it's not going to silence this crowd, but it might take a little bit of steam out of them right off the top.
And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. New England's offense set to go. This one a little slow to get cooking. Just a 3-0 scoreline as they begin with a 1st and 10. Looking to put a drive together. To throw, it's May. Over the middle, he finds Henderson, complete. And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him. Where is he lining up? What can he do? What kind of damage can he do to us downfield? And who can match up with him without weakening our overall defense? You're exactly right. It's a tough task to match up to him.
They'll come up facing 3rd and 5. The slot man in motion right. Here's May. He's got his target. That's complete. Down to the 10. And he's in. Touchdown, Patriots. Keyshawn Butte, 68 yards. And the Patriots have taken the lead. So on 3rd and medium, they dial up the pass, and it works to hit the end zone.
And it's really not a surprise to me. That's a throwing down in the NFL because of how tough it is to run the football. But what offenses like to do is still show run formations to make them respect it and throw out of those. In this case, they took a nice shot at the end zone and made it pay off.
Now Andres Borregales for the extra point. And this is up and good to make it 7-3. Scoring summary, 3-play drive. And it's finished off by a Pats touchdown. Following the touchdown, Borregales back out to send this one away. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. So now we get set to see Houston for their second drive of the ball game. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. Here's 2nd and 10. Stroud looking to throw. Open man is Kirk, complete. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. 2 minutes to play in this first half, 7-3 our score. Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. Stroud to throw it. And completes it to Kirk over the middle. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. 15 yards, the Texans pick up the first down.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. And one more time, here's Kirk. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion. And it'll be 2nd down.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 46-yard line.
Back to throw. Here's Stroud. That's going to be caught by Kirk. 7 yards there and a first down.
That's another Texans first down. 1st and 10 at the 39-yard
line. Stroud. Looking middle, and that's complete. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
I can't help but chuckle a little bit because at this point, it can't be a surprise to anyone in the building who's going to get the ball. They just keep feeding him over and over, and he just keeps on delivering.
They had to settle for 3 last drive, hoping this second go-around ends in 6. In good position, 1st and 10. Throwing again is Stroud. A short one going to be taken in here by Schultz. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. Second and a couple. Here's Stroud. That's caught again by Schultz. And the Texans are going to be set up with a 1st and goal coming up as they get him down at the 6-yard line.
a tight end. He's got good straight line speed, and on that route, he's often the guy that gets overlooked. Nice job there finding him in stride for really good yardage.
So it's 1st and goal and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break. Stroud is hit and the ball is loose. And it's through an opening, and there he goes. And he's into the end zone. It's a fumble return and a Patriot touchdown. How about that for a momentum swing? You had it goal to go. Not only do you cough it up, but they pick it up and return it all the way for a touchdown.
And now you have to give oxygen to the entire team because what a letdown that was. Terrific drive. Looked like you're going to get points. Instead, the other team registers them on the scoreboard.
The extra point now for Borregales. This one's right through to make it a 14-3 ball game. The scoop and score, always an exciting play in football, and we witnessed it there, grabbing it off the ground and then rumbling it into the end zone for 6. So barring a touchback, this likely the final act of the half as the kick is away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. Halftime coming up. Let's get you down to Orlando and our buddy Scott Hansen with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Welcome all of you back here on EA Sports for quarter number 3. Ready for the second half. 14-3 our score as we are back underway on EA Sports. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. But the Patriots going to take over here to start quarter number 3. The drive begins with a run by Henderson. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. All told, it's an even 30 and a first down.
At halftime, you had to feel like the defense had to be in a good position. They had to feel good about themselves. They'd had this guy boxed in all game long, but after that run, that might be the breakthrough that he's looking for. Now they may have some difficulty dealing with him the rest of today.
They'll go back to Henderson on first down. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets them to 2nd and 4.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Again, it's Henderson. Fighting his way down to about the 35-yard line. And they got half of what he needed there, 2 yards, and it'll bring up a 3rd and 2 more. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
Henderson will try and run for the first. And not going to be able to push this forward. He runs into a wall right at the line of scrimmage. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a 4th down. Defensively, though, they had a chance there to hit him for a loss. Couldn't get it done.
Looked like someone was able to knife into the backfield, but he wasn't able to get him down. But his compatriots, they were able to grab him at the line of scrimmage and not let him get any further downfield.
Field goal. A 53-yard attempt.
And he missed it. It's no good. And this will remain an 11-point spread. Boy, 4th and 2. This crowd was urging them to go for it, certainly. Instead, they settle for the field goal try, and then they come up with nothing.
Brandon, yeah, football coach won't let the crowd dictate how he calls a football game. He stuck to his guns. But after the miss, now there's 70,000 coaches in the stands thinking they were right.
So the long field goal misses, and now the reverse. You're in a tough spot defensively. They'll start the drive at the 43. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Oh, partner just a second earlier, and they might have had him because they certainly thought they were going to close in and drop him behind the line of scrimmage, but he had just enough time to dodge the pressure, and he ends up getting yardage before being stopped.
From the 48-yard line, here's 2nd and 5. They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. He finds his target. It's Schultz. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. A big one there for the Texans, 18 yards.
First and 10.
And that's the kind of play this offense needs to maybe kick them into gear a little bit. They've been stuck in neutral much of the game. Perhaps that can give them a little bit of confidence that big plays are out there.
And they'll go play action here with Stroud. He'll swing this out to Marks. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 11 more on that one, and another first down.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
And his throw here is incomplete.
Nice progress down the field was halted by that incompletion. They could try for some safe yards here to get things moving again, or keep throwing it and pushing it downfield to try and pick up bigger yardage.
Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. Stroud out of the gun here. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the third quarter of action. It'll be 1st and goal when we come back. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. As we get started in the fourth quarter. And Stroud now to throw. Over the middle, complete. It's Higgins. They'll get this halfway home from the 8 to the 4 on a gain of 4.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Stroud. And that is caught. Touchdown, Texans. Jaden Higgins from 4 yards out. And the Texans have made it a one-score game again here in the fourth. Well, that's just how they drew it up, CD. His first read was there, got it to him quickly, and into the end zone.
Absolutely excellent execution by all involved. And the coordinator, gotta give him credit, found the perfect play call. Quarterback let it fly as soon as the target came free, and his guy made a nice catch. Just how you draw it up in practice and then execute it in the game.
The Texans will line up for the two-point conversion.
Stroud's going to try to throw for the conversion. That's caught, but he will not get in here. He's stopped up short of the goal line, and this will remain a 5-point game. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. So the Patriots coming out now. They've been asleep for a little while on this side of the football, Charles, and the score is just a one-score game now. Haven't had any points this half. What gives?
Let's go old school here. All right, let's get back to the basics. Get back to running the football, high percentage throws. Find the guys that eat pressure and make plays for you and make sure they touch it.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. It'll go as a gain of 25 on a play that started back at the 25. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all three still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. A big play there for New England. 49 yards.
Another Patriots first down. First and goal at the 1-yard line.
And the offense is saying to itself right now, if only they were all this easy, because he was wide open. And once he made the catch, plenty of room to work his way downfield. That was a breakdown on the defensive side of the ball.
Now he's over the line and into the end zone for a Patriots score. Trevion Henderson. It's a 1-yard touchdown run. And the Patriots will add to their fourth-quarter lead.
Well, this offensive line has really stepped up to the challenge here, because those Mastodons, they've been sensational clearing holes all game long. And this is great work down here near the goal line to give their back the space he needs to work his way into the end zone.
Borregales now for the extra point. And this one gives his guys a 12-point lead. So a 75-yard scoring drive on just 3 plays. And it ends with a 1-yard touchdown run. Following the touchdown, Borregales back out to send this one away. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Houston set to take over. And the script really is flipped for them. The momentum on the other sideline, and now they have to try and battle back from a 2-score deficit. Throwing to start the drive. Stroud. Throw right side is going to be caught by Kirk. And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. So just 3 yards on the completion there. And that will bring up second down. A shotgun snap to Stroud. The Pats are going to get there. Down he goes. Marcus Jones just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7.
And this dominant defensive performance continued on that play. This poor quarterback has not received the protection he needs and has had to pick himself up off the turf far too often.
This crowd turning up the decibel level. It's 3rd and long. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Higgins.
A gain of 13 on the play. It's 4th down.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Texans football as we welcome you back. They come up on a 4th down situation with things not looking particularly rosy. Got a man. It's the rookie out of the 3rd round. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a 1st down. Felt compelled to go for it there on 4th down, trailing in the 4th quarter. They got it done.
And there's always a lot of pressure on a 4th down call. Doesn't matter the distance. You still have to get it done, as you noted, and they did.
That'll be complete to Marks. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball, because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Here comes 2nd down at 5. Stroud. Now a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete. To give you an idea of how accurate he's been throwing the football, we're in the 2nd half. That's just his 2nd incompletion.
Well, if he's that locked in, that means means everyone's locked in, because to me it's like throwing a no-hitter in baseball. The pitcher may get the credit, a lot of people making plays behind him in the field.
Now Stroud. He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon. And it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going.
The 2 timeouts still remaining, but scoring quickly a must. It's 1st and 10. Stroud to throw it. Wide open receiver complete. And he takes this one into the end zone, and all of a sudden, here in the final minute, things get a little bit tighter. Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got a 1-score game now. Probably going to rely on the onside kick coming up.
Yeah, they have to. It's not a high percentage play, but it's better than not having a chance at all. And that's when you put your leapers and your flyers on one side, get that high hop, and hope that one of the guys can come up with it.
And on the other side, get that hands team ready.
No doubt about it.
Kaimi Fairbairn on for the extra point. And this is back to a 5-point game. So that drive goes 8 plays. And it results in the Texans finding the end zone. Time definitely of the essence now, just under a minute to play, and here we go. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. The risk-reward of the onside kick. When you don't get it, the risk comes out to play, and here they gave up great field position.
And that's the key to everything, because you're trying your best to press advantages when you have a call in him, whether you want to blitz or whether you want to throw the ball deep. Those types of things, not they've given up that type of field position, the advantage is switched to their opponent.
Another yard would probably put this thing in the books. It's 2nd and 1. He's going to get it again. Just looking to get through and protect the ball. The Texans going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout, as the clock stops here with 46 seconds left to play.
1st and 10 at the 29-yard line.
Y'all gotta pump my taste. Y'all can't talk about basic. We ready, no power.
The Patriots in the victory formation as they'll take the knee. What a ball game this was. What an atmosphere this was. And the home team getting the late touchdown, getting the victory, and now everybody in this building can file away with smiles on their faces.
And what do real estate people tell us all the time? It's location, location, location. So being
EA Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the National Football League.
Being on some shit. Below 0 to 100, real quick. Maybe on that rapid pay the bills. Now I'm feeling not even a little bit. Oh Lord, know yourself, know your worth. My actions been louder than my words. I ain't sold, but still sold out of earth. Want to do it, we can do it on the turf. Oh Lord, I'm a rookie in the vet. Shout out to the I ain't holding down the circle.
We welcome you, Mike Tirico, Greg Olsen, and that's Cairo Santos to get us started. Off we go on Sunday Night Football. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. The Rams once again led by Matthew Stafford at quarterback. First 12 years with Detroit, his 5th year with the Rams, including a Super Bowl championship, winning Super Bowl 56. The #1 overall pick all the way back in 2009.
Stafford was one of those guys, Mike, that I think through the first half of his career was probably the most underappreciated quarterback in the entire league. The talent was always undeniable. But when he was constantly discredited for was just the fact that he was on some really bad teams that were left to play really irrelevant football down the stretch. Immediately changed that narrative the second he joined a championship roster. Now, he's just trying to see if he can add some more hardware to that resume and solidify that legacy even further.
And he's going to get this one out to the 43-yard line. A gain there of 11. Good for a Rams first down.
And the Rams first down.
Out of the gun, Stafford. He's got his man, Devontae Adams. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line.
19 more yards.
19 more on that one. And another first down.
First and 10 at the 38-yard line.
And this is what you can do when you have one of the best receivers in the game. You understand that even if the coverage is not perfect for the play call, sometimes it's just as simple as my guy is better than your guy, and we're going to just keep giving him a chance.
Off-balance throw. It's complete. And he's not going to get too far, tackled after a gain of just a yard.
It's second and
A bit of a quick hitter here, and what you're hoping for, Mike, is that the defense can't react quickly enough because the ball's coming out so hot, but they knew it was coming, and they end up holding them to just a short gain.
First carry here for Kyron Williams. And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line.
gain of 18.
That one good for 18 yards and to the 18-yard line.
A gain of 18.
Really nice explosive play there on the ground, and tell you what, for these fans sitting in the stadium, they're not used to seeing their home team pushed around, so continue to be physical at the line of scrimmage, mix in the runs with the pass, and if they can continue to generate these big explosive runs, I don't think they need to go away from it.
Taken down at the 11-yard line. A 7-yard pickup brings up second and 3.
Here's second and 3 to go. It's another run here for Williams. Whoa. And he will power his way into the end zone. Kyron Williams. Touchdown, L.A. Exactly the way they scripted this one. A beautiful opening drive, Greg. Able to find the end zone on the game's first possession.
And, Mike, the word that comes to mind looking at that drive is execution, and that's exactly what they talked about all week long. They wanted to come out early in this game and establish an early rhythm, and that's exactly what they did with that touchdown drive.
Harrison
for the
Davis
point after.
on for the extra point.
It's up
His kick
and
is
through.
good.
And the Rams will take a 7-0 lead.
Bears nothing.
So following the score, here's Evans to send it away. This taken in at the 8-yard line. And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. So here come the Bears and their quarterback for the second straight year. #1 pick in the 2024 draft. It's Caleb Williams.
I always like studying quarterbacks in year 2. I think rookie year, there can either be a lot of growth, right? There's the biggest ability to take that jump, but there's also some struggles you have to work through. In year 2, a full offseason, really understanding the playbook. Things have kind of slowed down for you. I feel like year 2 is a really good indicator of what long-term success looks like for any young quarterback.
That last run lost a yard, setting up 2nd and 11. Operating from the shotgun, it's Williams. That's to the rookie out of Missouri, Luther Burden. And he is taken down. A big gain on that one. They are ready to get back underway. Looking down the field there, but it falls incomplete. Holston Loveland was the intended receiver. And that will lead to a 2nd down.
Contrary to what all of the fans at home think, I don't have rooting interest in any of these games. But as you know, when it comes to tight ends, there's no bigger fan than this guy right here. I want to see them be able to connect, especially on those big plays downfield.
And not much there. Good defense, held to no gain.
So they're not going to get the yardage to reflect it, but I actually thought that was a pretty nice job by the running back, at least getting back to the original line of scrimmage. This offensive line, they've got to do a better job getting him through untouched. His yards before contact got to be better.
On 3rd down, it's Williams. To the right side, caught by Burden. And he is out of bounds. 10 yards for number 10 on that one, and it's 1st and 10.
Anytime you're facing a zone defense, you're working from your first progression all the way through. But when guys are open in this level, Mike, they don't stay open very long. So what they taught us as receivers, if you're open, stay open. And if you're not open, you better get open quick, because that ball is coming now. And their offensive struggles just continue to show up time after time here in this first half. It's going to be hard to sustain drives when you continue to put themselves in holes on these early downs like they did here.
They'll try again here, 2nd and 10. Here's Williams now to throw. Here's a screen taken in by Swift. And they'll hold him to a gain of just a couple, and sets up 3rd down.
Just a little slow developing on that screenplay there. It was pretty obvious to the entire defense exactly what was going on. Nobody was thinking pass. Nobody was getting back into their drops, and just nowhere for that back to go.
Throw it again. It's Williams. That's to the big rookie out of Michigan, Holston Loveland. And a good job here defensively. They did not let him get away. He's well short of the 1st down marker.
And it seems like he just cut that route a little too short. He's got to get more depth on the initial stem, and that way he makes sure when he catches the ball, it's beyond the sticks.
Santos' kick is good. And the Bears, they're on the board. It's 7-3.
So let's give the kicker some credit. Not only was it a really good save by the holder, but his ability to make that kick when the timing wasn't right is a lot easier said than done. So you got to get to the sideline. Long snapper's got to do his side of the bargain here, and they've got to be better the next time out.
He'll be brought down right around the 25-yard line. The Rams offense ready to get going with their 2nd possession. The lead sits at 4, so they'll try to add on to that. This drive begins with 1st and 10. Working out of the gun, Stafford. He gets it into the hands of Atwell. And he'll be taken down all the way up past the 45. It's the first time he's caught a ball here tonight, and it is good for a 1st down.
1st down, Los Angeles.
The motion man is Nakua. On 1st and 10, Stafford. Here's a screen set up to Williams. And that one's not fooling anyone. They were on that screen from the start, and a loss of yards on the play.
Well, the best screenplays, of course, you want the offensive lineman out in front of the running back. They act as his escort, his lead blockers. But what you can't afford is for the defenders to be in the backfield and get to the running back, because those offensive linemen, they can't help him at all.
Right back to Williams. They connect again. And he's taken down inside the opponent's 35. Great run after the catch in the open field. A pickup of 24.
First down.
And now you can see they're really getting in rhythm in this 2-minute drive. Now, after that last completion, Mike, they cross midfield. Now the mindset goes to, all right, we got to come away with some points. They've got a quarterback who's in complete control, and they got to see if they can finish this thing off.
And he'll work forward for about 3. It's second down.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up second and 7 at the Bears' 29-yard line.
They put Adams in motion. Now the Rams going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock stops with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. Second down, they need 7. From the gun, here's Stafford. Pass is caught left side, that's Parkinson. And he's out of bounds. It's a gain of 4, but now it's third down.
Brings up third and 2.
Defense can't come up with a stop there. Gain of 7 and a first down. Now a timeout Rams, that's number 2, as they'll stop it just a little bit over 30 seconds to go in this first half.
The most impressive thing about this drive, Mike, has really just been their efficiency. They've just continued to pick up first downs, fresh sets of downs. We just saw there with that third down conversion, continue to possess the ball. These opportunities to come away with points continue to go up.
Stafford now on first down. After the catch, he gets that forward for a gain of 9.
Not every pass has to be thrown downfield. You can rely on the run after catch, especially a big body like this tight end. Get the ball in his hands early and let him pick up the rest after the catch.
An enviable spot to operate from. Here's second and inches. To the air again, Stafford. That's going to be intercepted in the end zone. Picked off by Jaquan Brisker.
Stafford's pass intercepted. The coverage by Jaquan.
They'll start on the ground with Swift. And he's going to be taken down as time runs out on this first half of play.
All right, Mike, thanks very much. Scott Hanson, good to be with you from the Orlando.
Confidence here, likely going to play a big role in who wins this one. Third quarter set to commence. And we're back underway here on EA Sports. On the return, it's Devin Duvernay. And this will work out quite well. He'll get it all the way out to the 30-yard line. Bears offense ready to get going again. They'll have it first in this third quarter. Trail by 4, touchdown gives them the lead. Drive begins with 1st and 10. They'll go play action here with Williams. Open man, that's Rome Odunze. He's taken down, but just shy of midfield. First time they've looked his way all game long. He comes through with the grab and a first down.
Probably took him a little bit longer than they would have preferred, but he finally gets on the board. First catch, first touch. Here as we start the second half.
A play fake. Now Williams. Open man downfield is Loveland. And they're going to get this ball down to the 20-yard line. That is 2 big pickups to start the drive. 32 on the latest.
At the 20-yard line.
If you want to score points at a high level in the NFL, you have to generate explosive plays. And after that big chunk pass play, they find themselves now down there in the red zone, and this is where you have to finish drives.
And they'll have first and goal. He is down inside the 10-yard line.
And this offense just continues to chew up yards and get first down after first down. And defensively now, you find yourself a little bit on your heels. You're defending a goal-to-go situation. They need to step up here and get a stop.
They'll run with Swift. A second effort, and he is in. DeAndre Swift. Touchdown, Chicago. Santos to add the point after. He's got it, and the Bears are on top. It's now 10-7.
Bears 10, Rams 7.
So here's Santos after the touchdown. He's out to kick this one off. From the 6, here comes a return. Now an opening past the 30. And he'll be out of bounds on the return. And the drive will begin there. Rams offense ready for their first possession of this second half. This one has been tight so far. A field goal separating the two sides. As this drive kicks off with 1st and 10. That lane closes quickly. A pickup of 3. T.J. Edwards there on the stop.
3-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and 7.
Here's a 2nd down and 7 from the 37. Parkinson in motion. Now whistles. Play clock at 0, and that'll cost them 5. Stafford now on 2nd down. And he'll get only a yard before he's out of bounds, and that's going to set up a 3rd down.
Really well done here by the defense, Mike, executing this zone defense, and they've got to be able to pattern read. You're not just going to drop back to a spot and just play like a robot. Based on what the receivers do off the line, the defenders have different rules of where their zones move to. Well, they had that one dialed in right from the jump, and they were able to stop that play really before it got started.
Stafford on target to Puka, and the Rams have a 1st down.
And the Rams, 1st down.
3rd downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball. Winning on 3rd downs, that is a recipe for success.
Past midfield to the 45. And he'll be taken down. Give him 15 more on that one. They are on the move. It's a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 40.
Remember this one thing, it is not how well or how often you run the ball in the NFL. It's when do you run the ball well in the NFL? And I think that's what a lot of these offensive play callers are starting to realize. Can you run the ball well in critical moments of the game? More important than how many gross yards you run for.
So, points at a premium. Ball on the 40 now. Here's 2nd and 9. 4th quarter begins, and it's a run by Williams. Only a couple on that one. It'll set up third down.
Yeah, so I think as you look back over the course of this game, it's really been the inability of this offense, Mike, to create any sort of balanced attack to get anything going. And whether you look at the rushing yards, whether you look at just the points scored, this offense has to find a way going forward to generate more big plays and more balance, both run and pass.
That one too far out in front. It is incomplete.
I think he predetermined that third down throw, and even though the coverage was tight, he still tried to fit the ball in there anyway, and it ended up falling incomplete. I think if he goes through his progressions and has a little bit more trust in his protection, I think there's an easier throw to make out there.
And are they going to mark this out of bounds? They are. It's out at the 1 yard line. What a kick. The Bears offense make their way out to take over once more. They'll need to get something positive going right away here. Ball starts inside their own 1 yard line. And he'll be taken down at the 11-yard line. They'll get 11 there. And that's a quick first down.
A lot could go wrong anytime you decide to put the ball in the air here late in the fourth quarter as you're trying to run out the clock and protect this lead. But at the same time, I like that they haven't gone super conservative. Just handoff right, handoff left, and it just turns into tackling practice. So I like the balance of making the defense defend everything, because right now, possess the ball, protect the ball, and ultimately just run the clock out.
Luther Burden, the intended target, and it'll bring up second down. From the shotgun, it's Williams. A throw there on second down, going to be incomplete.
The whole idea of that short pass is designed to get the ball into the hands of the receiver in space and let him do the rest after the catch. But the key word there, Mike, is get the ball into the hands of the receiver. He doesn't secure the catch, so there is no run after.
They'll put Loveland in motion. Throwing again, Williams. On the run to the right. Now he throws back over the middle. It is complete.
So we see this more and more often in today's NFL, Mike, where on third down, the ball is actually thrown short of the chains. And there's really two reasons. One, teams are a lot more willing to use fourth down. And two, they have a lot of confidence in these receivers and tight ends and backs to run after the catch.
A fair catch called for and made, but hold everything. There is a flag back by the kicker. It may very well give him new life. So it'll be 1st and 10. They'll scrimmage at the 33. Now they'll pitch it out here. Trying to find some place to go, but nothing developing. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 1. Now the Rams going to use the first of their timeouts, and they'll get together prior to the second down play. They'll run out of the gun. It is Swift. Now a timeout, Rams. That's number 2. Talk things over before third down.
A gain of a yard makes it 3rd and 11.
Working out of the gun, here's Williams. He'll send this one deep for Odunze. And he's into the end zone. That might be the knockout punch. Roll, Odunze. Touchdown, Bears. Everything you want to do right there, Greg, in the fourth quarter. Get the ball with the lead and extend it to a 2-score advantage.
Yeah, and I think this just might end up being too much to overcome. You said it. Once you get a 2-score lead this late in the fourth quarter, there's just not enough possessions to be had to claw yourself back in it.
Santos for the extra point. The kick is good. And the Bears will get out in front 17-7.
Rams 7.
So here's Santos after the touchdown. He's out to kick this one off. On the return, this is Blake Corum. And he's brought down right at the 25-yard line. Here come the Rams as their offense trots back onto the field. They'll start out first down and 10. From the shotgun, it's Stafford. Nice gain here. He's going to be marked down at the 35-yard line. They get 11 and quickly pick up a first down.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with, so they can't get too soft here as they try to hold on to this lead here late.
They put Adams in motion. On the ground, Williams. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45. That's 11 yards again, 2 plays in a row. And another first down.
Mike, the old adage, you run to set up the pass. This modern offense nowadays, we're starting to see that flipped upside down on its head. Typically, the success of the passing game is what allows teams to have success like this in the run game.
The outside, it's brought in by Adams. And they're going to work this down inside the 45. Give them 12 on that one. They are on the march. Another first down.
42-yard line.
Just a really good play design that time, Mike, from the offensive coordinator. They match up one of the most explosive playmakers in the NFL with a hook curl defender, and he's just not able to match up with one of the best route runners in the league.
That's a gain of 11, and they'll move the chains with another first down.
It's been tough sledding for this offense all day today, Mike, but especially here in the second half. So they are just in desperate need of a spark, just something to get their offense into a little bit of a rhythm if they want to have any chance to find themselves back into this game here late.
This one complete to Atwell. And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line. The Rams use their third and final timeout. It comes with 36 seconds remaining in this fourth quarter.
First down.
They'll come up for first and 10. They'll drop to throw. He'll look middle and get this one to Parkinson.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up second and 3 at the 12-yard line.
Here comes second down. Stafford to throw again. That is incomplete, so the task gets more difficult. Time for maybe 2 plays. That's it.
This is one of those situations that plays directly into the hands of the defense because think, Mike, they know this offense has to be one-dimensional. This has to be a pass. So what do? They bring nowhere for the offense to go with the ball.
That'll be incomplete. And now we are down to likely just one more play.
So this is where it gets really challenging as an offense. You find yourself trailing late in the game. The defense can play you one-dimensional. They know it's a pass-first situation, so extra defensive backs, the zones and the coverage are a little bit tighter and cloudier, and he's having a hard time finding any open windows downfield.
And it's going to be some points here at the finish line. This is a touchdown. They've fought till the end, but still will come up short.
What separates the really good quarterbacks from everybody else in the National Football League, Mike, is not only ability to process, but the ability to process quickly under pressure. And I think that's exactly the case here. He's able to go through his progression, find his target in the end zone, and then deliver that ball on time, accurately, and the result is a touchdown.
So this one in the win column for the Bears. They use a little home cooking here.